Vice, one of those, and it was on America's #1 outlaw, Harry Taco Boom. Uh, he was the international president of the Outlaws Motorcycle Club. Well, I hate to say back in the day, but back in the 80s, the later 80s, we used to have these annual parties, which inevitably turned into Frankie the Bomb's annual birthday party. And half of the room would be all the gangsters or gangster associates, and the other half of the room would be predominantly bikers, Outlaw Motorcycle Club, Vigilantes, the local Detroit club, and even the Riders for Jesus, the guys who converted to Christianity. Um, so it was it was a great mix. It's really the safest place in town. I mean, who's going to rob this joint? You know? So anyway, I get invited to a sit down, and this was before his notoriety as being on America's Most Wanted list. We sat down, and I said to him, "Hey Harold, you want to hear a good one?" And they say on this History Channel, if looks could kill, Taco had a look that could kill. Well, I experienced that look, and he didn't just like look at me, man. He looked like right through me. and and I said, well, anyway, this guy's been cutting your lawn. This guy I know, and he came to my office and he says you haven't paid him in 2 years, and he wants me to sue you. See, Taco had a house out in Grosse Pointe, you know. And so he stares at me a little longer, and everybody's quiet at the table, and I could see the bomb already start to chuckle a little bit, and he says, "So how's that lawsuit going?" And I said, "Well, not too good, Taco. You know, I think I missed the filing date." So right then and there, we hit it off, and he was always real nice to me. But this guy could look pretty well. I'll give you that. Now, the relationship with gangsters and bikers, and they did mutual things back and forth together. Um, you know, it's not like it's portrayed on TV or in the movies, especially with the bikers. Now, I think I'm the only person internationally that has an Outlaw Motorcycle Club endorsement on my website through compliments of Randy Yeager, um, aka Mad. So uh, the only problem is I may lack standing to speak on behalf of that community because I don't have a motorcycle endorsement through the Department of State or the Department of Motor Vehicles. So, but I can tell you this: a lot of these clubhouses, it's not like they say in the movies where they're running met and running guns and met and all this. Some of them are drug free. They don't allow it. At the one in Indiana, in Gary, Indiana, is known as the farm. They don't allow drugs around there. So I don't know. You know, it happens like it happens everywhere else in America. But most of these guys are working class, and that I can relate to. You know, most of these gangsters and organized crime people are working class, and that I can relate to. You know, so it's just a different world. It's not for everybody. You know, um, I can tell you this though. In all my times, I mean, you look at this Hunter S. Thompson, this famous journalist. You know, he was running around with the Hell's Angels, and he got too close, and he got his ass kicked. You know, I never got that close, but you know, I remained friendly with these guys, and I most of the work I did for them was for a favor for a friend or a friend, mainly for mob guys that wanted a favor done. These bikers never pressed me for anything that I know about or remember or recall, because it's just never happened. You know, I just maintained a good relationship with them, and I know nobody wants to hear that. They want to hear all about all the violence and the crime. Yeah, man, you want to screw around with these guys, you're in their world. You know what I mean? So, you know, that's up to you. They generally don't go around tearing up neighborhoods. Every motorcycle club in the whole United States, just about, is in the worst neighborhoods in the cities. You know, but to me, it's some of the safest places I've been to. You know, that's just historically accurate, I guess. Now, with regard to Matt, I didn't meet Matt until I went to Milan Prison. However, our go-betweens was Taco, the international president. Mad was the Midwest president of the Outlaws Motorcycle Club, and Frankie the Bomb was the intermediary, you know, from the Jack Coloni crew. So, you know, we all, from the day one, we had mutual friends, and he knew that, and I knew that. He was actually waiting for me when we got to prison. So he's very well-rounded. We were able to have long intellectual conversations, more than any of these other idiots in the prison. And one day I just said to him, I said, "Hey, Mad, man, why do you have such this anti-drug stance? You know, don't most of you guys run drugs and all that shit?" And he said, "Listen, man, this is serious. You know, I'm responsible for a lot of people. So if I get fucked up, people die." And I go, "Well, looking at your record, it appears that people die around you regardless." And, you know, he would have some comic relief or something like that. Yeah, he's got 5 murders under his belt and third largest bombing in American history. And so he's a one-man Rico, but he's getting out, and he wants to have a beer. So I gotta put up the welcome mat here in Detroit, you know. Thank you for watching. Please be sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more videos just like this one.